Hello and what's up YouTube? This is Jacob, Iron Draconis here. Today we're going to be looking at this dev letter, some feedback on the PUBG, from the PUBG development team. And today they've announced some changes and basically laid out for us a roadmap of what's going to be going on and what's going to be happening in the future for PUBG development and PUBG priorities in development. So let's take a look. Hi everyone, ever since we've launched the 1.0 version of PUBG earlier this year, we've been focused on building our team so we can invest in the game's ongoing development. We've been building new content like Sanhok, quality of life improvements like map selection and weapon balance, and a whole series of aggressive anti-cheat measures. We want PUBG to be the best game possible so players like you keep loving and playing it. Although we've made some meaningful improvements to PUBG, we've fallen short in other ways. Players have rightfully called us out for failing to address complaints about performance, and recently we haven't done the best job of communicating about the changes we're making to the game. That is the understatement of the year. Today we want to change that by talking in depth about the things we're prioritizing. We'll also tease some of the upcoming content we plan to add to the game. This dev letter is the first of many more to come. Without further ado, let's get into it. Our top priorities. We look at feedback from players around the world when determining our priorities. We've heard your voices, and as a result, we believe that the biggest issues which deserve our attention are performance, server-side optimization, and cheating. Performance and server-side optimization. Over the past few patches, we've seen a big increase in complaints about performance problems, including unpredictable FPS drops, visual stuttering, and overall sluggish performance. Some of the root problems are occurring client-side, and others are server-side. First things first, we've identified a few simple fixes we can make to improve overall game performance. We've discovered that when vehicles move over many different types of ground materials quickly, too many effects are produced, causing players' GPUs to overload. Another cause of GPU overloading and FPS drops has to do with the way lighting effects are processed. We're working already on fixes for both of the issues above. We're also changing the way we ship optimizations. This is by far the biggest and coolest announcement that I can see today. We're planning to push updates to live servers whenever fixes are ready instead of simply waiting for major patches. We'll announce each of these improvements in subsequent patch notes. So every time you boot up PUBG over the last couple of days and hopefully in the future, the reason why you're seeing these little tiny patches, this is why, because they're much more happy to ship us optimizations via these small patches rather than waiting for massive patches to release all the changes. Looking forward to the future, we've identified quite a number of ways we can optimize different aspects of the game to improve performance holistically. Upcoming client-side optimization work. Character optimization will optimize the way the game handles the movements of opponents who you can't see. The vaulting process and animations will also be improved. We believe that this will address certain screen stuttering issues affecting low-powered PCs. We'll improve the character model rendering process to prevent some small frame drop issues. We'll optimize character movement and animation while skydiving to improve frame rate when multiple characters are skydiving at the same time. We'll optimize parachute animations to cut down on frame drops near the start of the match. We expect the final 3 changes above will make the early stages of each match feel much smoother. War mode will also benefit immensely from these changes. Vehicle optimization will optimize the way the game handles unseen faraway vehicle movement and the movement of player models inside faraway vehicles. Currently stopped vehicles demand an unnecessary amount of your CPU. We'll fix it. Loading, optimization, and stabilization. We'll optimize the core structures of Miramar and Sanhok to improve map loading speed. We'll optimize physical texture loading while level streaming, which should address screen stuttering issues. There's a crashing issue caused by some level streaming processes that we'll address, and other optimization work. We'll address the frame drop issues caused by high magnification scopes. Certain other far away objects will be rendered in a less taxing way. We'll optimize the replay system to improve frame rate for players who have the replay death cam activated. Upcoming server-side optimization work. We'll optimize network code and reduce network latency. As a result, basic player inputs will be revealed to other players much more quickly. We're going to increase the speed at which the server transfers data about objects, items, doors, fences, etc., to address the fact that sometimes items spawn in late after players parachute in. Has that ever happened to you, where you jump in and you're like, hey, where's all the stuff? They're fixing it. We're going to eliminate some inefficient network code. Currently, some objects send updates to the server unnecessarily. Currently, the server rapidly updates certain frames on vehicles and character models in an inefficient way. When we address this, we believe it will also resolve some abnormal physics affecting vehicles. Have you ever had a vehicle that just started flipping and flying and jumping everywhere? Yeah, that would be nice. So that's great that they're actually working on this and that they're communicating to us that they're changing these things. Obviously, there are a lot of changes. Even once we implement every single one of the optimization opportunities listed above, we will keep looking for more chances to improve the game. Cheating. Cheating is the area where we've made the most progress in recent months. We've introduced a variety of encryption-based solutions to make it harder for hackers to exploit vulnerabilities. We've also banned hundreds of thousands of cheaters' accounts and refined the process by which we identify cheaters. Most cheaters are now banned within hours of using an exploit. We've also begun taking serious legal action against people responsible for creating hacks and cheats. All of this will continue, but there's more that we can do. We believe we're winning the battle against cheating, but we won't stop fighting it until we've eliminated it. Look for more updates on this in future dev letters. Other upcoming work. Of course, PUBG Corp is made up of many different teams, and they're each focused on improving the game in different ways. The people who work on maps, gameplay balance, or cosmetics aren't going to stop making things simply because we've declared that our top priorities lie elsewhere. The biggest content drop coming in the near future is Sanhok. We're aiming to bring it to live servers before the end of June, and development on the map won't stop there. We're planning new exclusive vehicles and an exclusive weapon for Sanhok, each of which will drop sometime in the month after the map officially launches. Among these is a big fan request, a drivable three-wheeled vehicle we're currently calling the Tukshy. There it is. There's the image of the three-wheeler. In many ways, Sanhok's test servers have become a place for us to experiment with all sorts of changes and features, including dynamic weather, a variety of circle systems, and weapon spawn behavior. We'll continue to test out changes during the upcoming test cycle. We're also excited to show off the work that our world-building team has been doing to remake Sanhok our most beautiful map yet. For instance, one person on the team has spent countless hours touching up the island's various rocks and cliff faces, adding moss to those near water. Take a look at this. Ooh, there's moss. Another member of the team has been carefully creating decorative items to make the towns feel more like places which once hosted life. A massive pile of original art assets like this. There's 67 items that are listed here in this pile. Will appear in the game in places like the abandoned market below. Take a look. There's the abandoned market. The team is focused on making literally every inch of Sanhok perfect for players, whether it's the texture on the rock wall or a little unique trimmings around each of the island's houses. Every detail matters, and the team is eager to get feedback from you guys during the latest test. We'll have a lot more to share about the other goodies coming to Sanhok in the coming weeks, and you can expect more letters like this from us going forward. Thank you, PUBG. There's so much work we have to do to truly deliver on PUBG's potential. We've teased just a few of the upcoming changes for this year in our roadmap earlier this year, but the things contained there are really just the beginning. We'll talk soon. Thank you for playing the PUBG dev team. There you go. So what do you think? What do you think? More updates, smaller updates, frequent updates, cheating is going down. Everything just sounds great, which, of course, in a dev letter, things are going to sound great, and they're going to want things to sound great. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. What do you think about PUBG? How are things going for you? How's optimization on your end? Have you ever had a vehicle flip out? Have you ever had textures load in really late? We've got one person in G3 that I know, he loads in and has to load in a full game ahead of time before he plays with us as a squad because things just don't load in for him for whatever reason for the first game that he plays every day. Do weapons spawn for you after you parachute? Sometimes do not see other people parachuting next to you. All of these things are things that the PUBG team has at least said and communicated in this letter, which is really appreciated. Honestly, it's great that the team at PUBG is communicating with us, the community, and letting us know what their priorities are and what they're working on. So what do you think? Leave us a comment down below in the notes.